I do really enjoy working with some of the big popular instrument libraries, something like Kontakt or MSoundFactory or even IK Multimedia's SampleTank, as well as the now for some reason discontinued Syntronik. And all of these plugins are quite similar to Analog Lab, but for some reason I never enjoy working with Analog Lab, and I want to dive a bit deeper. I want to try to look at it in a new light and actually give it a chance, because I'm sure there are good sounds in here and I just don't really understand why it doesn't spark joy working with it for me. You see, I have Analog Lab Intro, and I also want to make this video in the context that I often see good upgrade deals to the full Analog Lab Pro with many more sounds, and I think I would have to pay like $70 to get the full version, and I think that does sound like a good deal. But because I don't enjoy working with this plugin, of course I'm never going to buy it. But I fear that I might be missing out, so let's give it a real shot. The first thing that I have to do again, I have to map these macros. That should hopefully make the plugin more enjoyable to work with. If you click through the presets with these arrows, wow, that just happened before too. No sound anymore. While trying to like Arturia, I have already encountered one crash and twice where the plugin just muted for some reason. But now we're back with some sound. We got our knobs mapped. And if we click through the next preset, yes, all these knobs are still mapped. It's also nice that there are some sounds with aftertouch in here, and I can use the poly aftertouch keyboard on this key stage. So as usual, first impression of these sounds are pretty decent. Let's dive a bit deeper. Since the last update, even more so, you can just switch presets in way too many different ways. Personally, I just don't like that. You have these arrows here. You have these arrows here. Like one of these would suffice, I think. You can also click up here. You open a small menu. Let's hear some kalimba keys. That's a cool sound. That's a cool sound. Can I like mark this in some way? Not here. Because of course you can also, you have to click on this library icon and then you open this whole mess. I really don't like this mess. First of all, here I'm starting to feel the limitation of the aspect ratio of this plugin. I would love it to be higher, but not as wide, because I have to scroll up and down. The part that is actually useful to me here is so small, and the side menu, the knobs and the keyboard, I don't need them in this view, right? I just need this part, and I can't even see the whole thing. I have to make the plugin so big, but it scales. See this? It scales the menu as well, so I still have to scroll. I think that's so annoying. I did notice these buttons down here, so that's definitely quite helpful. Now I can see what I actually want to see. But then I'm still seeing way too many different elements. Like, I don't need this discover more sounds at the moment. I want to select a preset. So don't show me these ads. I would love to hide those. And these two options, I think that's pretty good. To have these two options of sound-specific selections and instrument-specific selections. Though you might notice that I can barely see any of the instruments. I can click on Show All. Okay, that's not a bad view. I did notice, after searching around for a bit, that what I would like to see in this plugin is if you click on Explore and then you click on Instruments. That's what I would like to see. So let's say I click here, I load a sound, then I close the menu. That's good. I like this view. It's inspiring. Then I open the menu and then I'm here. Okay, go back to instruments. I just think it's very cluttered. There's way too many visual layers in this plugin. Let's compare it to something I really enjoy working with. Syntronik. I can scroll through synths, I can scroll through sounds, I can scroll through presets. And I can see all of the synths, all of the sounds, and all of the presets in one condensed view. Let's select a V80. Let's say I want some plucked sounds of a V80. Here I have a preset. Or let's look at MSoundFactory. This one admittedly doesn't have the best preset browser, but it has two advantages. First of all, you can customize the view, like you can open and close what you want to see and what you don't want to see, and it can stay like that between loading a new instance and loading a new preset. And the second benefit is you can actually see many things at the same time. Like I can see the categories of sounds, I can select a keyboard, and then I see all of the available keyboards. I can load this FME piano. Very handy to work with. Let's go back to Analog Lab. Let's actually load a new instance just so we have a comparison. This is what I see. I think it's good that I can immediately play something, but then I click here, I see this menu. That's not what I want to see. It's not very easy to find what I want. I see these arrows. I can click on this name. I think, honestly, if I could click here and something would happen, if I could click somewhere here and something would happen, that would help my brain already a lot. Let's maybe look if I can search for the word kalimba. We click on this tiny icon, and then I'm just going to put kalimba. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's the sound I wanted to like. That's also good. Now it's liked. Okay, now let's see what happens if I load a new instance. I want to see my liked sounds. I guess I have to click on this menu and then on liked. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm learning. I said I have to learn to like this plugin. It's just not intuitive. But the next thing I actually want to do is I want to change the default preset. The sound is fine, even though I don't like it that much. But more importantly, I think I would love if I could change the default view. I load the plugin and I see this. I would really enjoy this. Let's say store as default preset. Let's see if that works. No. Doesn't work. I feared this would happen. I don't think I can have it load like this. But anyways, now I know at least how I get there. So let's start with a completely empty project. Let's actually try to make some music and let's try to appreciate the sounds that we can find inside of Analog Lab. Okay, we just click three whole times to get to what we want. Okay, let's search for drum kit. Okay, I'm learning. It's not that bad. Not bad. Let's go for a bass. I gotta click again here, click again here. So many clicks just to get what I want. Okay, now let's actually think about what kind of instrument we would like. I think I want like a modern bass, so maybe we get one from Pigments that we could like. I just need to add bass here, I guess. That's it. Oh, it didn't work, I guess. Oh, there's only one Pigments bass, I see. This one. Okay, I don't like this. Let's look for something different. Like an MS-20 bass. Okay. Okay. That's a nice sound. I don't know if it fits here. It could. I think we just gotta go with it. I don't know about the chords yet, but I like the bass idea. Let's just add another instrument to see where the chords take us. And I know exactly what instrument I want. A mellotron. You hear the sounds do sound really good here. The selection is a bit small, honestly. I know this is the intro version, but compared to some other, like, light versions of huge collections, this does seem a bit limited in comparison to, for example, a small version of Syntronik. Even the free version of Syntronik was pretty big, honestly. Let's see what kind of controls we have here. Make it less bright. It's not exactly the sound I was looking for, but I think we can work with it. Continue the bass. Now we need to get rid of like a whole lot of the mid and low end of these strings. I don't want to have them an octave higher. I just want them... Let's use an EQ. How do we get a piano? Again, we have to click 3 times and we always have to find the buttons. It's just not very fast, this plugin. It's the wrong one. Yeah. There's one piano preset. That's great. That's all we need though. I want a nice reverb on here. Clef Grand Walls. Beat switch time. Let's use the same bass sound because I really enjoy it. I know that I like to work the sounds in here, so why not use it? But the whole point I wanted to make this section is to rip a solo. Oh my god, I always forget where to click. I have to click on Explore. I can also click on this, just okay. Instruments, CS80, sure. And then I want a, what about this? I'm not in good note ranges. So we're in D minor. And then I'm going to G, A. Gotta be somewhere there. I don't know. I think it's not meshing. We gotta try a different sound. I mean, honestly, I think that's interesting. I think that's all I have to answer to today. I guess trying to like Arturia is a journey. It doesn't stop here. I know it's not important that I like Arturia. I have enough other plugins. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Am I treating Analog Lab unfairly? Do you understand where I'm coming from when I say I think it's not amazing to work with? Also, now that I've explored some more of the sounds a bit closer, yes, they are good, but honestly, like, I haven't really heard a lot of sounds that hype me to work on something. I know there's usable sounds in here. There's usable piano, there's usable Wurlitzer, electric piano, there's definitely usable leads and pads. I didn't find any extremely inspiring sounds for me personally. Usually when I go through Kontakt or Reactor, even SampleTank, Syntronik, or MSoundFactory, I find some presets and I'm like, ooh, that's so fun to play with. But this really happens quite rarely with Analog Lab. I know I only have the intro version, but isn't the point that it tells me that I want more? But currently, like, the rational part of my brain is like, I'm sure there's good sounds in the full version and I'm sure it's going to be worth purchasing it. But the emotional side is like, nah, it's Arturia. I don't know about that. Maybe I should rather buy another Cherry Audio synth or something like that. What's your experience with Analog Lab? Do you use it? Do you use Arturia sounds? Or do you like have the V collection or standalone synths and those are where it's at? Those are fun to work with? I think that's the video. Thank you very much for watching. Consider subscribing, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and leave a comment about your position on Arturia software, specifically also Analog Lab. Thank you. See you again soon.